Hey, Tim. Hey, Tyler.
Hey.
Hi, Amy. How are you?
I'm doing good. We're excited to have y'all on because you have a song together called Undivided. And Tyler, I know you wrote this song in quarantine and you felt like the need to put something out, or you were inspired, I guess, to put out some hope and positivity. So just curious from both of you, Tyler and Tim, like, what is hope to you?
Wow. Well, great question. I feel like, hope as it relates to this song as well as and this time is really all about loving each other and finding hope in humanity and hope in our country and hope and through love. And then as the song says, letting God lead us and guide us. And, I personally find a lot of hope in that. And I hope that this message through this song, I hope a lot of people can find hope through that as well. So that's what we're going for.
I agree, and hope for me, and Tyler and I both have children, and my girls are they're grown and out of the house. But hope for me is probably the single most important thing that you can instill in a child's thought process and imagination, because it allows them to dream about what they can achieve in life and put that hope into action. And I think without hope, it's a very dark place, and I always have hope for this country. I always have hope for my family. I always have hope for people doing the right thing and for us finding our better angels.
Yeah, I love that. Now, the song is called Undivided, and it's going to be on Tim's super deluxe album Here on Earth that's going to be out later this spring. So we have that to look forward to. But I'm excited. And Tyler, you mentioned being super pumped when you got the phone call. So how did y'all come together on this song? I mean, Tyler, you wrote it. Tim, it's on your album. But who calls who? Who heard what? Do you call? Do you text? Do you email? Do you go through management? Like, what happened with y'all?
Well, fortunately, Tim and I are buddies, and I'm fortunate enough to have his cell phone number, so I just text him right away.
But I'm changing it soon.
Yeah. He said this is the last time this is happening. So I texted him pretty much right away. As soon as I finished up the demo on the bus, I was just so excited. I just felt like, man, this song, it just feels like something Tim needs to hear, and I didn't know where it was going to go from there, to be honest. And Tim heard it, liked it, texted me back, called me. We ended up chatting, and we shared the same passion for the song and decided, let's do this thing together. And overall, it's just a dream come true for me as a songwriter and as an artist, and in this time in history, and then to get to do it with Tim, who I've looked up to my whole life. So I'm just extremely blown away and thankful.
When I got a text from Tyler, Faith and I were driving. We'd done a cross-country trip to Montana, and we were on our way back from Montana in our old Cadillac Escalade. And I got a text from Tyler, and I was driving. I looked down. Oh, Tyler sent me a song, but I couldn't listen to it until we stopped to get gas. So when we stopped to get gas, I downloaded it. Then I had to put it to my email so it wouldn't shut off on me in the middle of driving. And then when I listened to the song, I waited till I got home to call Tyler. But right away it hit me, and it was one of those things. And the way I look at this song, and I think the message from me for this song, certainly I'm grateful Tyler sent it to me, and it's just such a special message. But for me, it allowed me, it's like, man, I needed to hear that. And it allowed me to look in the mirror and say, what can I do sort of to change my attitude, which in turn can change my children's attitude, which in turn can change their friends' attitudes when they go out into the world. So it's sort of a concentric circles type song. And I think it has to all start with looking in the mirror. And I think that's what this song did to me and what it continues to do to me every time that I sing it or hear it.
Well, yeah. And I mean, on the radio, it's going to have a domino effect to everybody in their cars listening to it and then have that continued effect. So that's awesome. Now I have a question for each of you. They're both a little bit different, but Tim, if you could have a bumper sticker with the lyric of one of your songs, like what would the bumper sticker be?
I'd have to say Humble and Kind right now.
Yeah.
I mean, that always is something to me that always I go back to, and this song certainly, Undivided, is in that vein for me. I mean, it really puts me in mind of that song. When I first heard it, it put me in mind of that song because it made me have the same thoughts about, here's something it's not political. It's about society and how we should treat each other. And I think that's what I would have to say right now. Humble and kind. I think we could use a lot more humility and kindness in the world.
I agree. Always stay humble and kind. Something that would be good to see if you're behind a car at a stoplight or something. Okay, Tyler. Now, if you could be cast in one of Tim McGraw's movies, which would you pick? Friday Night Lights, The Blind Side, or Four Christmases?
Oh, I would probably be his chubbier brother in Four Christmases, to be honest. That's probably what I'd rock. I would actually play that character.
It would tough to be chubbier than me in that movie. That's for sure. I feel
Tim!
like, really?
Don't.
I've never seen that movie. I'm scared to.
That's amazing. What?
Okay, Four Christmases, I will say we watched it this last holiday season as we do every year because it's such a good one. And when I was watching it, I mean, Tim, I guess we had interviewed you last year about it and you said, and it came up, that you had never watched it. And I couldn't believe it because you are missing out. It is such a great movie. It's so funny and one of my favorites. So I feel like maybe one day you need to give it a go.
Maybe one day when I get a little more confidence in myself, I'll watch the movie.
Okay, so
Yeah, I
for
ran
people
up on it over
listening,
Christmas. Literally,
Do what?
Amy, I ran up on that. I think it was on Lifetime or something, and I was just, killing some time, and all of a sudden, it was like a month ago. Me and Tim had just gotten out of the studio, and I was like, I forgot that Tim was in Four Christmases, and then it took me a second to even realize that was Tim, and then I was like, that is amazing. He's literally an iconic actor as well. So anyway, it was awesome.
Yeah, there was some iconic acting going on in
Iconic
there.
actor, yeah.
yeah, Tim, you need to give yourself some grace and definitely watch it one day because it's so good. Well, we appreciate both of you coming on so much. We're pumped about this song and what it can do for our country and uniting all of us. So we're going to play it now. It's an iHeartCountry world premiere. Here's Undivided by Tim McGraw and Tyler Hubbard.
It's a Bobby Bones show.